Welcome in when y'all get in. We are gonna do a quick little energy checkup. I hope y'all are doing well. Hopefully the bozos haven't been too rough on anyone. It's fucking the full moon 7/7 portal can really pull out the woodwork people, the ones that want to like pop out at the last second energy. But we have the Hermit, Strength, the Lovers, the Fool, the Empress, and Temperance coming out. So there is a need to release some sort of pent up emotions that you may have inside. There is a strong pull on either being too logical or being too emotional. And there's just a need to balance that out with the Lovers and the Fool. Empress to the Temperance. There's a need to slow down and walk your own beat. Like there's a lot of self-integration that's happening at this time. There's like this portal has been very interesting because Saturn's been going nuts. We have the Sun and Sirius doing their like get together dance. There's just been a lot of rapid transformative energy, and Spirit really wants you to take that into consideration moving forward. These next, I'm hearing 3 weeks is going to be a very rough, not rough, but energetically intense 3 weeks. Oh my god, don't fall over. We have okay, hold on, the deck's coming to life and it's flying all over the place. We have Justice, the Nine of Cups, the Devil. Okay, that's odd. Anyway, the Devil, the Eight of Cups reverse, the Princess of Pentacles, and the Fool for now. So there is a lot of okay, interesting. So while moving forward, be careful as someone trying to like give you a small offer. Yeah, this might be a small offer of like friendships or like an offer. We have the Three of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Cups. This also could be a warning of you not like if you are being asked to go out somewhere, you know, use your intuition, but also don't allow the past, because there is a lot of burdens, there's a lot on your shoulders, there's a lot of heartbreak, there's a lot of shoulders, there's the emotional choices coming out here. So be careful with your emotions. You may need to be more logical, rational, more right hemisphere of the brain than emotional at this time. But don't disregard your intuition, because there may be a need to walk away from how you've been seeing the physical. We do have a lot of like just like heart regeneration energy coming out here with the Nine of Cups, and then the Three of Swords kind of being like you're in this energy of healing, so don't take on anything too hard, anything too rough. If someone asks you on a date, make it playful. For some of you, don't overthink, really. Like, don't allow your emotions to overrun, and don't allow your brain to overthink. You really need to balance those out, because there is some sort of offer that's being given to you, and Spirit wants you to take a leap. But don't imbalance the scales. With Justice being the first card, this is your justice moment. But there's something about an addiction to the way you're thinking, just the logical side of yourself that really doesn't want to walk away from a past experience or a past way of thinking. Now, this doesn't mean a past way of thinking about a person. This is just a past way of thinking in general. You feeling like everyone's out to get you, or some energy like that, or you feeling like you don't need to do something. That's your emotional side that's thinking. And it's with the Seven of Wands on the bottom, you're being very defensive. And Spirit just wants you to go out and have fun. They're trying to give you opportunities to get out even if you don't really feel like you want to, it's one of those things where spirit's gonna like give you that option anyway. The Hermit and the Five of Cups, yeah, because you've been alone a lot, you've been introspecting a lot, and spirit's trying to like get you out of that energy because it's slowly been putting you in this regretful energy. There's a need to take control over your emotional boundaries, have strength, because there's something that you're manifesting but you're not seeing it. It's like spirit wants to test you, see if you're ready for your manifestation. And if you want to go hermit mode and like ignore the sign, then spirit's just like not gonna make you wait, but you're gonna be on like, I don't know how else to I don't know how else to describe it other than a waiting list or some shit. But it's not really a waiting list. It's more of just like, if you're not ready, you're not ready. So don't worry. But if you are in this energy of being ready, a choice that you can make can hold something back. That's something to do with your subconscious. So this is like a deeply rooted energy. But the Magician to the world, followed by the Three of Pentacles, and like the divine's trying to work with you. There's a cooperation with your manifestations coming in with like some sort of balance. Like you're getting this balance back for this new cycle. You've completed a test, a trial, and it's time for you to get out there again, but you feel like maybe isolated or desolate. Like that, just that energy of not being able to trust or who to trust, and spirit's just really trying to get you to open your heart more because it's kind of shut off at this moment. Yeah, with the Three of Cups on the bottom, and then Temperance, there is a need to like loosen up with your heart, even if like you don't feel like you need to because you're quote unquote okay. You're not okay. You're trying to push through it. You're trying to just get through it because you would want. It's like it's like, I'm not saying that you're lying to yourself, but the energy is like you're not seeing something fully. You are still operating off of some sort of hurt energy. If you're not wanting anyone, you're fed up, and that energy in itself is proving the hurt energy that's trying to be shown to you at this time. With the Two of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles, you're literally being given like an opportunity, a gift. You are being given something that's going to bring joy. I heard divine revelation for some of you. This is like a second awakening or a third awakening for some people. But there's a need to walk this path with bravery and determination with the Two of Wands, because like, again, if you're not ready, it's not gonna be as fulfilling. It's gonna like, the opportunity that they have lined up for you will pass you, and you'll take the next one. It's like, because this is like for the ones that's been manifesting something to come in, something to work, and the divine needs to make sure that you're ready for it. And if you're not ready for it, then that's fine. But like, it's almost like, why did you? Yeah, with the Ten of Cups reversed and the Two of Pentacles, are you sure you're aligned? Like, you're juggling between being aligned and being unaligned at this time. And like, it's really the spirit trying to get you in this alignment energy, trying to get you out of this cycle of, it's not being two-faced, that's rough of saying, wait, but it's like being like, you're wanting something but you're not wanting it at the same time because it's requiring some sort of like extra effort or extra growth. But this is what you've asked for, especially since the 7-7 portal was today. There's a lot of this like chaotic energy that's swaying a position. Yeah, with the Tower and the Emperor and the Two of Swords, the Hierophant, the Judgment, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. This is, yeah, again, this is judgment for what you've been manifesting. You've had an issue in the past with like an Emperor figure, but it's time to release that. Like, thank them for how they pushed you on your journey, and move on, because there's something waiting for you. It's like you're on the verge of something with the Hierophant again. Like, you're on the verge of seeing something almost in a new light, or seeing someone in a new light. And I'm not picking up that this someone's anyone that has done any bad to you in the past, which is for some of you, it's someone from your past that wants to talk to you, but there is like there's no bad blood. But you not wanting to cooperate with anyone from your past due to a fear of that past person being involved in some sort of drama because of an assumption needs to be dropped. And I'm hearing it just like that, that for some of you, you're assuming that someone was behind something when they weren't. And the divine's trying to show you like, hey, this person's innocent. And like, you're just pushing like really hard judgment on so-and-so for no damn reason. That's for some people. That's not for everyone. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I don't make it fit. Don't get mad because you misunderstand the message, please. Okay, and you're like this. Okay, so why are you all like that? Okay, I'm gonna just put you back in. I don't know what that's going about. We have the chariot, the world, the high priestess, the 5 of swords, and the 9 of wands. Yeah, this is something, again, this is a test of faith. This is seeing, because it's like you need to be brave in this next cycle. There's something about you being brave again. But you feel like you can't moving forward. You feel like you're unable to be brave. But the 10 of swords reverse and the Queen of wands, the King of swords and the 9 of cups, it's like you might have left someone because you thought they were doing something, but they weren't. It's like convoluted energy. It's like you've had so much negativity around you that it's like clouded your vision about people. And someone that you can trust is wanting back in your life. And it's not that you cut them off and you told them, you just kind of went ghost on everyone. But someone wants to come back in. But they haven't done anything is the thing. You just assume that they do because of where you were mentally when you met this person. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the 4 of Cups upright. Yeah, this is something you're definitely going to need to meditate about because this message is coming straight. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the 4 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. This is like an opportunity that you're going to miss out on if you're not careful. This is something that's the Page, that's the Page of Pentacles. This was some sort of offer that you might have declined due to a past energy, due to a past just incident that you were in, and Spirit's trying to get you to move forward from that. Yeah, with the Page of Swords as well, there's a new beginning waiting for you, and like you holding on to a resentment is keeping this from you. And even if you're not expecting someone to come in, it's like a resentment that you're holding is keeping something from moving forward. You are being your own enemy at this time by resenting a new emotion to come to. And thank you, Rainbow, for your input. It's not necessarily needed that way. Don't distract, please. With the 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, yeah, this is like a collaboration that you had. This is definitely... And then the 9 of Pentacles comes out as well. This is something that moving forward is a blessing. But again, you need to cooperate. There's a need of there's a full-on energy of you needing to cooperate. Because it feels like there's resentment towards a person. There's resentment towards the divine in a bit. But with the 9 of Pentacles, it's like this is something that you deserve. It's like you've been waiting for something. You've been very grateful. You've had a lot of gratitude, and you're waiting on this new adventure to come in. Yeah, 9 of Wands even. 3399 could be very significant for you as well. Just the double ups right there. And it's just the Pentacles and the Wands. It is all about your mental and your faith. Like, do you trust? How much trust do you even really have? And why don't you have that trust anymore? It's like you've passed the test with the 9 of Wands, and thank you for the donation. It means the world. But now it's like it's time for you to sit at your throne and really own who you are. You really need to take this into consideration, is what I'm hearing, because like even if it's someone asks you on a date and you don't even like the person, it's the fact that you just need to get back out there and understand that people aren't going to like hurt you. Yeah, with the the five of pentacles, excuse me, there's a feeling of like rejection, but that rejection is not really because of anyone around you, because you've isolated yourself from people. The rejection is coming from you rejecting yourself at this point, and you rejecting what you need, what you truly want. You don't want to be alone. I mean, like, you might feel like you want to be alone, but you don't. You don't feel like everyone's out to hurt you. That's just an emotion that you're expressing due to the past. And there's a need to move on from it. We have the Three of Cups, the Temperance, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Yeah. And it's like you need to regain, like, because whoever I'm picking up on, you have enough information about the scenario that you're in to heal from it. And it's not that you haven't been healing, but you've been isolated for a little bit too long, and the divine wants you to get back out there. Like, your energy, your shine is needed, but you're afraid of being energy harvested despite the protection that you already have from the divine. So it's an irrational fear that you have. Yeah, the Page of Cups reversed. There's a need to not be so, I don't want to say it this way, but it's what this card is coming off as, is emotionally immature. You need to really hone in on your emotional side and realize that your inner child is acting out of fear. It's not who you are. It's just what you've gone through. But you have, again, you have the information that you need to heal from this. But there's a need to actually heal from it and move on, because this stagnant energy of you like waiting to do something or feeling like something on your 3D needs to change, it doesn't. It's something within inside you. Like, you might feel like life is too stressful at the moment. That's because you're not taking enough time for yourself, and you need to like meditate, take time to yourself. You need to make here with the Two of Swords, you need to make a decision. Like, are you comfortable being in this stress position, or do you want to like move on from it? It is up to you at this point. Like, even if you are in a situation where you're next, like in close proximity with this person still, it's like, when are you going to take your power back? You keep calling for the divine to help you, and the divine is, but when are you gonna like help yourself? Because the divine can't do everything for you. You need to sit down. You need to realize that if you feel like your energy's mucky, call on the divine to help them unmuck it, and then take time for meditation. The Four of Swords reverse, you're not resting. In the Eight of Pentacles reverse, this lack of rest, all this stress that you're seeing is preventing you from working on yourself. And there's a need to work on yourself at this time. There's a need to not stress out about who's around the corner, because no one's around the corner unless you make it seem like they are. Yeah, with the Moon reverse, there's no more illusion. The Tower reverse, it's time to build up, because it's a really unstable energy here. The Four of Wands reverse and the Devil reverse with the King of Pentacles reverse. It's like you're becoming unstable because there's no longer a chaos factor around you, and you're almost manifesting something bad to happen because you're expecting something bad to happen, and you need to switch that mindset up. You need to realize that you are protected. Even it's like a lack in faith that you're having, and the lack of faith is coming from a lack of working on yourself within that faith. And the divine's really calling for you to get back out there, get back in the action of just living, because you're not supposed to be in this fear energy. I talked about it a little bit today on my Facebook, but where's the other deck at? Because I'm gonna need another deck for sure. But I was talking about, like, there really isn't such thing as a victim. A victim is a sacrifice, and you have a sacrifice is, up to a being. Who are you sacrificing yourself to? Your emotions or the divine? And the divine doesn't ask for a sacrifice. The divine asks for obedience. So it's like you're almost afraid to be obedient to the source that's been protecting you this whole time, because you choose to sacrifice yourself to fear that someone else is trying to put on you, which is exactly what they're trying to do. We have the Queen. This is a bunch of swords. So this is all about like your mental as well, and just like really needing to balance it out. But we have the Queen of Swords reverse, the Seven of Wands reverse, and the Seven of Swords reverse. It's like there's so like you're not being in this betrayal energy anymore. There's no more. It's like you're almost manifesting something bad coming into your life because you're not taking time to yourself, and you're so stressed out that you're not realizing that that stress is because you're not taking time to yourself. You have time to take, you have the area, you have all you need right now, but you're not seeing it. You're in a lack mind state, and spirit needs you to get out of that lack mind state. Yeah, with the Page of Swords again, like there's a need, like you're being almost illogical with this situation at hand. And there's a heavy need to not lie to yourself. It's like you're listening to your ego of it being like, oh, I don't have this, oh, I don't have that, oh, so-and-so is still watching me on my Facebook or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but if you're waiting on them to stop before you do anything, newsflash, they're not, and you're wasting like your essence. You're being codependent on someone else because they're doing something. It's like it's the analogy of like if someone told you to jump off of a bridge, would you do it? And instead of it being that, it's like if someone told you they weren't gonna stop until you got off your path, would you do it? And it's not because they're making you, they're just doing the same thing that they've always been doing. There's not a big change in it. And the divine's showing you that you are protected. The divine's giving you everything that you need to be able to move forward. But it's like you keep making like an excuse or feeling like you can't move on, or being like, oh, I don't want anything anymore because I'm good. In the Judgment reverse, there's a need to evaluate yourself. There's a need to really focus on yourself at this time and make sure that you're not fear-mongering yourself or giving yourself some sort of anxiety. Again, yeah, the ten of Wands reverse and the Fool reverse, there's a need to just take this burden off of your shoulders. You have the whole weight of the world on you. You feel so responsible for everything, and it's like you're not. You've done all you can. The situation has gone stagnant, i.e. it's just repeating because you can't move forward yourself. You need spirit to guide you, but you keep wanting to have like some sort of higher control that just is not possible. And we have the Six of Wands reverse. It's like that's why there's no progress being made, because the divine's waiting on you to do something. The Six of Pentacles, it's an equal give and take with the divine, and you're like putting everything on the divine, and they're working overtime for you, is how I'm hearing it. They are working for you, but the Queen of Pentacles reverse, you're not seeing it that way. You keep feeling like nothing's happening because you're not seeing it, and the divine's saying you're not seeing anything happening because you shouldn't be focused on them. You need to be focused on you. Knight of Cups reverse, there's a need to really nurture yourself and not be so worried. Yeah, the Nine of Cups as well. For some of you, this is like an obsession that's causing you to be in a Ten of Cups reverse as well. Just an obsession with negative emotions, an obsession with trying to identify how or who someone is. There's a need to step back from that and just really like let it almost, I just like the divine's like almost want to say let it go. Like, because it's like you're holding on to the situation, hoping for something to fix itself, or you're waiting on the divine to do something for you, but like it's like you get signs and synchronicities saying that you have the green light to go, and it's like, I don't want to go, but the divine's like, no, but you need to go. The Moon reverse and the Tower reverse, it's like, you know, a coast is clear, you know that a partnership isn't going to happen with this past person, but yet you're so afraid of them that it's keeping you from moving forward. Like it's like you're manifesting for them to do worse to you by being in this fear energy. Yeah, the star reverse, that's why nothing's working for you. You feel like something isn't working. I've never had so many reversals out of this deck either. That's crazy. But there's a need to really work on what you need, because the divine's trying to like push you on the right track, but you're so focused on the physical rather than the mental, the spiritual. Because the Two of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Swords all in reverse. It's like, yeah, you've moved on, but you haven't healed. There's a lack of acceptance. There's a lack of forgiveness, and I am kind of picking up with like a little bit of arrogance almost. It's like you come off in a sense of like, yeah, this happened to me, but I still don't understand. It's like you don't need to understand. If you don't understand, that's fine, but it's not you. It's like a really big misunderstanding, because you're putting blame on yourself, and the divine's saying you're not in, like, it's no one's fault. You just need to forgive them and forgive yourself. To forgive doesn't mean to put blame on someone. That's where you got the whole thing messed up at. That's where you're being stuck in this energy of like the blame game, because someone has to be wrong, right? Well, the reality of the situation is everyone's wrong, because we're on earth to learn. And when you learn the lesson, you understand that there is no wrong, and that everyone's trying to push you to your highest best. And it's like, I hate to talk about this, because like Spirit's telling me to like talk about it this way, but it's like, for those who have gone under like sexual assault, it's not you being like, oh, I understand that I was sexually assaulted by you and I forgive you. You need to understand that you may have been getting signs about this person and their energy about being capable to do that, but you ignored it due to like you talking yourself out of it, or like just being like, oh, well, I really like this person, so I'm going to stay, or oh, this person needs my help. And then it happened, but it wasn't to punish you. It was that person telling you, hey, stay away from me, I'm not for you. It's unconditional love no matter how you look at it, and that's something that is kind of stalling you on this journey, is a misunderstanding of that, or just not understanding how something like that could be love. And it's because you're not that person. You are yourself, but there's a need to understand that if that didn't happen, you would still be with that person, and something worse would have happened down the path. Be just due to who that person was you were with. Like there were warnings that you were ignoring, and it's the divine's trying to push you and tell you to trust your intuition, but you're still letting some emotional baggage hold you back, with the Queen of Wands reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles reverse as well. And then the Ace of Wands reverse. I've never seen this deck being reversals like this before. That's like, I'm gonna need to clean it. But again, it's like, it's your faith. It's like you're holding yourself back because you're really not seeing something the way the divine's intending it. You're seeing it with your ego. You're seeing it as if you need justice from an external source, but the justice comes from you moving on from it. Like, yes, it's important to speak up, but it's like you're not always guaranteed your justice on the 3D, in that sense of wanting punishment for someone else. You putting punishment on someone else, you putting that judgment on someone else, leaves room for you also to be punished, leaves room for you also to be judged. The punishment and the judgment being if it going in your favor or not. And if it doesn't go in your favor, that's your punishment, that's your judgment. That's the divine saying you should have just let it go, because you're trying to push you forward. Instead of wasting and stalling time, you could have been somewhere else, but now you're still in this situation, in this same energy, because you still want some sort of gratification from an external point. That's what your ego wants you to do. Your soul wants you to move forward, and the divine's trying to push you that way, but you're so stuck on wanting justice, and the divine's like, we can't, like, go for it if you want, but that's a cycle that you're gonna have to deal with, and you're gonna feel even more alone because the divine's warning you not to do this. With the Nine of Pentacles reverse, it's like, as well, it's like there's no gratitude. It's like you need to show gratitude for really being, man, it's like there's a lack of acceptance of understanding that you chose for that to happen. You chose to be here, you chose to experience, and there's a lack of understanding why that would happen, which is why the forgiveness is needed for yourself, so you can forgive yourself. Well, forgiving your soul for wanting to experience something like that, because at the end of the day, whether you signed up for that or not, however you want to feel about it, everything is written down and every path changes by every direction that you choose, and you need to choose a better path at this time. Like, there's not much else in this world that can hurt you other than you at this point, and the divine's really trying to put that in your face and be like, hey, we get it, we understand your pain, we're here crying with you and for you, but we need you to move forward, because your blessings are not in the past, your blessings are not with, and for some of you, these are like, if you feel, if the divine has called you and you have the divine's confirmation to get your justice onto 3D, this is not for you. This is for the people that keep like, I hate saying it like this, but like pushing an agenda for yourself. It's like showing your selfishness almost. It's showing that you would rather fight against the current than let the divine handle it themselves. We had the Five of Cups reverse, the Four of Cups reverse, the Six of Swords reverse, and the Four of Cups. I really don't understand why this whole deck's in reverse. I usually take reversals as like an introspection thing, so there's a lot of introspection needed. I don't really like looking at reversals and shit as like positives and negatives. It's like upright is external, reverse is internal. That's always how I like to perceive these cards, because it doesn't, like, I'd rather just keep things neutral. You know what I mean? Especially for something like this, but there's a need to really grab your power back. There's a real need for introspection, because your heart chakra is imbalanced. It's something about your root chakra as well. Like, trust issues are major, and trust issues are like, it's real. Like, trust issues happen. Like, it's not like a laughing joke or anything, but the divine needs you to know that your trust issues can't be healed unless you trust. And sometimes it feels like a big leap when it's really just a pebble, but it's something that's scary for you, because it's something that you've done maybe multiple times before and you failed on it. Not failed in like, you know what I mean, but you didn't get the correct success that you wanted because of a lack of listening to your intuition. The divine's telling you, you know what your intuition wants from you now. If you move forward, you know what to do. It's okay to move forward. We really had to put you through the ringer so you would listen to that tiny voice in your head, which was the divine the whole time trying to warn you of certain things. With the King of Cups reverse, again, relationships, family, people being fake to you, like being generous just to rip it away, type of energies. It's like the divine had to put you around those people. Meanwhile, you knew what they were up to. It's like you always knew. But the divine's trying to tell you, yeah, you always knew. But you weren't really going to believe it until it happened. So we had to let it happen for your greater good, so that you would start listening to yourself. So you know that you're not crazy. So you know what's really going on. So the moving forward will be easier for you. And you're like, your ego's telling you and screaming at you, because the ego is so fucking loud. The ego is so loud, and the soul is so quiet for a reason. So this pounding voice screaming at you to like move forward and, oh, do this, do that, they deserve this, they deserve that, is the reason why you're stuck in this cycle. And it's like, it might even be tiny cycles that you're stuck in, but the divine's really trying to push you forward to see that your ego is why you're in these situations. Whether you feel like it or not, your ego will always make an excuse for you to agree with it. Always, always. Your ego will use your emotions against you. Your ego will use it's the same thing. It's on every cartoon, Tom and Jerry, all of them, with the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other. The angel is your intuition, the devil is your right side of your brain, the logic. It's the ego and the soul. It's what makes sense versus what's right. And what's right doesn't always make sense. There's a need to really dive into that and realize that. With the Ten of Swords reverse. Okay, that's a good one to see in reverse. Did we already get the Five of Pentacles? No, that was the... Wait, hold on. Did we already get the Five of Pentacles reverse? I swear I called you out earlier. I don't know. I'm having brain fog. Anyway, the Ten of Swords reverse, the King of Wands reverse, and the Five of Pentacles reverse. There is a need to remove the swords. Like you... I don't know. It's like it's like, you know when there's a fight, a school fight, and the fight gets broke up, but then a kid keeps trying to run back into the fight to fight again, and the principals and teachers already have everyone held back, and they're dragging the one that started the fight to the principal's office. You're the kid that keeps trying to run at that kid who's being dragged away and trying to punch them. You want some sort of revenge, and the divine's like, stop, like, no, quit. Like with the Five of Pentacles, we're removing you from this physical poverty into spiritual poverty. We're trying to allocate you back into who you are, but you're like wanting to get back. Like you want to play this 3D game of seesaw, of going back and forth, and the divine's like, can you stop? Like, are you who you say you are, or are you different from who you are? With Temperance in reverse and the Lovers reverse, is you're really listening to the ego. Like there's a wrong, like, I don't like using the word wrong, but it really is coming out like that, like the wrong choice. But it's not wrong as in the sense of like overall. It's wrong because it's not you. You're not that way, but you're wanting or you're feeling like that's the proper way to stand up for yourself, when the proper way to stand up for yourself is to first dust yourself off so you're able to stand. You're like trying to jump at something that you're unable to get at just yet. That's what I'm getting. I'm going to dive into the Shadow Tarot for a second. And we'll see what that has to say. And then we'll do the rest. So what's going on in the shadows, Spirit? Okay, so we have Job and Spoon of Rosemary. Let me get these real quick. Okay, we're already at Spoon of Rosemary, so I'll get that one first. But diligence, mutuality, long-term relationships, harmony, sentiment, strong bonds, healthy recovery, protection, happy atmosphere, beautiful memories. It's like, I don't know. I mean, like, it's super easy to create. I was thinking about this as well earlier, about why people focus on the negative so much. Because the negative creates anxiety. It creates a very high adrenaline, tense energy, which the body craves dopamine. And dopamine is just a very accelerant energy, and our brains don't understand the difference between anxiety and excitement. So when we focus on this negative energy, we get this rush, and it feels like we're doing the right thing. We understand that it's anxiety, we understand that it's bad, but our brain, our body sees it as an abundance of energy, and your ego will justify this ramped up energy as a need for power and to show domination in people. And just spirit's trying to tell you to stop letting that impulse of energy to create anxiety. And anxiety is not fear. Anxiety and fear are different, though they feel the same, again, because the body doesn't regulate. It doesn't have like a script where it reads emotions. But anxiety brings up the energy of fight or flight. There's not a fear in that. It's simply a reaction. The anxiety that's being brought makes you feel like something's not going to happen unless you do something. That fear is irrelevant. That anxiety technically is irrelevant because you're allowing the sensation of more energy make you anxious. It's like when you have caffeine that ramps up anxiety, but caffeine isn't like something that's supposed to make you anxious. Caffeine is a drug that acts as a dopamine receptor to get you hyper. It fills you of sugar, you know. And with Job, it's like spirit's testing you. Like, so what are you doing with this energy? Are you going to manifest it, or are you going to sacrifice this energy towards a situation that no longer serves you? Because you have the choice. That's the free will. Like, you can choose to allow the anxiety to lead you down a path that will lead to more anxiety due to then an actual stressor, rather than taking the anxiety, the quote unquote anxiety, the extra abundant energy, and using it to move forward. It's the difference between kinetic and potential energy. The energy comes at you with potential, but when you transmute it to kinetic, are you using it to send it back, or are you using it to push forward? And that's the big like question that the divine's trying to get to you. That's why this situation feels so rough, because not only have you been putting energy into it, but so has this other person. And it's a big energetic war where this person knows that if you keep giving to them, they can just tear you down, because that's what they've been doing. You need to make that choice to step away from it. I'll take you too. But we have Star of Lucifer and protection from evil spirits. I'll get Star of Lucifer first, because that's the only major out here. Where you at? But Star of Lucifer is intuition, confidence, a sense of direction, occult mastery, egoism, temptation, faithlessness, the perfect time to implement new projects. Again, you're using your intuition over your ego, your heart over your brain, if you want to think of it that way. But it's a time to implement something new. You've been going down this path. You've been doing one thing but not the other, and nothing's been working, and the divine's trying to really push you to do something more, which is why like a lot of people are getting new people in their energy, is because the divine's really trying to be like, hey, can you stop focusing on this person? Like, you're just giving them what they want, which is attention. Like, you've got to stop. With the protection from evil spirits, like maintaining position, having the advantage, self-assurance, tools of protection. You have the advantage. You're the transmuter. This person doesn't know how to transmute energy. You have the advantage, but you're giving the advantage to them by being like, you know what, I'm not transmuting it to love and light. I'm going to transmute it to anxiety and fear, and I'm sending it right back to you. But we have avarice, which is materialism, pettiness, bureaucracy, lust for material goods, misery, dishonest financial transactions, spiritual poverty, necessity for spiritual awakening. Again, like, you need to really awaken to that, changing your mindset, not being dissatisfied with a situation that you are also contributing to. The action of inaction is still an action. That's something that people need to realize as well. Not doing something still counts as doing something, as you cannot do nothing. Doing nothing is an inaccurate action, because by doing nothing, you allow anything and everything to happen. You give your free will to allow anything to happen. So you need to take your power and move forward and choose that. I'm gonna shuffle one more time, Spirit. Okay. But that's what I got for y'all on this. Just a good checkup, especially because this portal's been open. Well, technically the portal's going to be closing here soon, but the 7/7 portal was really significant for a lot of people. I've been really meditating and just like cleansing the energy of mine all day today. But we have crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy, the Anunnaki light codes, energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle, karmic board clearing, clearing energies, energetic cleanse, rewrite your story, live your truth, the central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, success, in the divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God incidences, there's a lot of abundance coming to you. And abundance downloads does not, there's like a need to remember that abundance is not necessarily physical. Abundance is internal. But again, this is about your divine masculine energy, how you're moving forward, how you're pushing forward. With your shadow, there's a need to work on your shadow side. Yeah, release. I mean, it's all right here. It's literally all right here. Divine masculine, shadow, release, divinity, new life. You need to release your divine masculine shadow side of needing to seem in control, when in actuality the only thing that's in control is the divine, and you're allowing your divine force, your divine energy to be used for someone else. Like, you got to take that power back. But that's what I got for you all. I was just gonna do a short little reading, but thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the support. I hope I was able to help you all, and just like, remember, like, your protection is necessary. This is not telling you all to like lay down like a dog. Your protection is necessary. Do what you need to do to feel protected, but don't continue to press for it. If it's not working out and it's more taxing on you than helpful, drop it. Because the divine's trying to tell you, like, it's been time to focus on yourself. Don't stress about everything, because stressing about everything just gives you more of a reason to stress. You feel like you have a lack of time because the time that you do have, you spend stressing. But regardless, if you need readings or any of the books I have or any of my other services, it's in the description with my email or the Google form. I love you all. To the moon and back, tenfold and forever. And I will see you later.